Okay. Now let's see. We're there.
You know, it's my favorite thing to do, right? To
Of
be
course.
on camera.
I know. We have 6 people so far.
Why hasn't it popped up on my phone then?
User
Swipe,
error.
swipe down. We usually wait till we get to about 50 and then we start.
Yeah, but it shouldn't it have popped up already?
Yeah. I have
Refresh
it.
your, refresh your screen.
I got it.
Okay.
Mm. I got 12.
13.
Oh, see, I'm still showing 12.
Refresh your screen.
Refresh your screen.
I have 13.
I got 18.
Oh, yes. Look at that. It says 18 now.
Oh, now it says 18.
We're catching up. You got good plans for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna gotta clean up from this whole week.
I made my bread. You see how pretty my bread came out?
Oh,
Came out nice and high by putting in those rims with the foil.
hi, Diane.
All right. Did you get any comments yet?
Yeah.
See, I'm not getting them. I have us, but no comments.
Click the comment.
Yeah,
Click
just
the comment bar.
I have. Oh, I guess I should shut my volume. So you don't have
Otherwise,
to
you'll be
do
talking to yourself.
that. I do that a lot.
Nice to see you too, Camille. Hi, Lynn.
good evening, Judith. Hi, Linda. Do I have to get a magic mirror like romper room? Have to get one of those things too.
Hi, Linda. What, do you like the chuckle patch?
Hi, Jack. Marilyn.
That
hello.
was Magic Garden.
Diane, why do you all have to live so far away? For me, because this is paradise.
Yeah.
It was winter last week.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no. Hey, Ellen. Karen.
Ooh, got 45.
You're getting close. Let us know if you have any questions. Just type them into the chat. Hi, Ruth.
Hi, Sharon. I love it, Ann. I love it.
I don't think Mabel with a beard and Len will go into the ladies' room at Bloomingdale's. So I think it's a good idea, Anne, for you to post one there.
Yeah, but Diane, it's really not a big deal. The recipe that I got from Michelle, I kind of tweaked a little bit, but you just make the dough. It just takes a few hours to do. I put it in my fridge I do it all afternoon and then put it in the fridge at night. Then I'll just turn on the oven in the morning while I'm having breakfast, let the oven get hot and the pot get hot, and then I let the dough come to room temperature, put it in the hot pot and put it right in the oven. Poof, done. And it's still morning, so it's kind of cool. Do it that way, you have no problem.
Yeah, they're going from snow to 90-degree weather this weekend.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, no, Camille, it's not, you really don't need it. It's, even though you flip it, you kind of, well, you kind of need it, but not by hand. I mean, I literally use a spatula in a bowl and just turn it every 30 minutes.
Joe wants to know if he tuned into the Galloping Gourmet channel. Yes, you did, Joe.
Did, we were waiting to 50, we're at 52.
So,
But see, Diane, I only really love that bread because I could use my new bread cutter. Madeline, my first surgery is scheduled for June 2, decided to just worry about getting through all the surgeries and not the surgeries. Yeah, that'll be a lot less stressful.
Yes, Sharon. And you know that our thoughts and prayers are with you.
yes. Alrighty.
Why is Bob Krogan, head of OSA, so dense about not all doctors who accept Medicare also having to accept any map? I feel like I'm living in an alternate universe. Don't worry, I'll educate him. I need to see the video. So once I see the video, I'll give him a shout and I'll show him what we have. Sometimes sometimes people need a visual. Don't worry, I got it. You know, we're on it. So go ahead, Michelle, you could start.
Okay, so speaking of Anne with the bloomies, all right, so Lynn Basile and our Mabel with a beard, yes, they are still out and about in full force, handing out flyers with boots on the ground. They are still in full force out there. I know they are hitting the boroughs, but they do need help. We need our peoples in the Bronx and Manhattan especially. Okay. So again, the flyer is on the Facebook page. I know I've had people ask in the email. Okay. I have a PDF of it. I will gladly send it to you if you can't find it on the page, which it should be in the corner. Click the dots. You can print it and just hand them out. Get them out there and help these guys out. I mean, they've been doing a tremendous job. I mean, we love them for it. And, you know, we love everybody who does hand it out. I had, again, somebody the last time 3 weeks ago, asked me up in like Poughkeepsie, Monticello area. They're like, oh, well, I don't see any flyers up here. I'm like, well, here you go. I'm like, hand them out at your local grocery store, etc. You know, you guys have to help us out. You know, we're all over. We're only a few of us, you know, on the board, but you guys are out there. You're all over the city, the 5 boroughs. You know, Len and Mabel with a beard have been doing a tremendous job, took this task on themselves. We did not ask them, you know, and we praise them for that. And we are so, so grateful. So again, you know, get us some help, get them some help, you know, because it's a little cumbersome, you know, and especially in those 2 particular areas, the Bronx and Manhattan. So.
And if you get a partner, one person could stay in the car and the other one can, you know, go into the buildings or do teamwork, you know, get a buddy and go do this together. But the team could really use a few more people doing this.
Right. But again, just on your regular grocery shopping, put a few in your bag, you know, and, you know, you stop by a grocery store. And I know they always have those bulletin boards, you know, and just tack it up there. You know, they have the little pull down strips, you know, just before you go, just cut them so people can pull the little tabs off. But, you know, but again, you're doing 2 tasks at once. You know, you're doing your shopping and you just get up on the board. You know, it's that simple. So you're not going out of your way if, you know, you don't feel as though you want to just stop. But I mean, you know, again, it's for a good cause. It's for your health insurance benefits to, you know, save them, and it gets the word out there.
Yep.
You know, and that's it. You know, simple as that. You know, again, you're going to the vet, you know, going here, going there. And again, bathroom at Bloomies, keep one in your purse, in your handbag, in your purse. I don't know, whatever you carry, you know, just
there you go.
Put it out and hang it up. That's it.
Yeah, so just print off a couple dozen of them and leave them in your car, and wherever you go, just hang one up wherever you can.
That's it, you know. Everybody's got, I know people keep menus in their glove box, keep a few flyers in there. You see some, hey, listen, people find
Who
the
keeps
strange stuff.
menus in their glove box?
I know people that, listen, come on. I know, we used to find all sorts of stuff in glove boxes and in the hand rest, forks, you name it, there was always stuff in the glove box. So,
That's scary.
come on, right. So just keep a few flyers in the car and just hand them out, you know.
So Ellen Metzger she can't believe that 71% of UFT retirees voted for Unity. Shows that most are not aware. Also, I found that out in a UFT course I took today. So they repeated that again today.
But only 26% of eligible voters voted.
Right.
That tells you that there's voter apathy, that if only 26% of the people that could vote did, and 71% of, well, if it was 71%, it was 66. So they probably counted the rest of the ballots and came up with 71. That still shows you there's huge voter apathy. They either feel that their union, it's not even worth voting in their union because they're not going to make a change. And that's a sad state of affairs to be in to begin with. But
Gerald's funny. Can we afford a Skywriter?
I
You
wish
know
we
what,
could.
Gerald? You price it and you let us know what estimate you come up with.
Well, when I used to live in Long Island, they had the Geico Sky Typers come out of Republic.
Say, Sharon, when I lived in PA, we had the duplicate menus in the glove box. When we decided to have takeout, be ready when we got there. See? Told you.
Pull it up on your phone.
That's right. Well, this is before phones, okay, and all that, whatever, Grubhub, whatever.
As old school.
That's right. That's old school.
You're funny, Gerald.
So Anne asked a question. I'm trying to understand what she meant. How can I convince those who would rather shop? Yes, and I. Okay, I'm going to assume you mean that they'd rather shop than contribute. I will tell you when reality is going to smack them in the faces very, very abruptly. And that's when something happens to them and they find out that it's the insurance company that says, gee, sorry, we don't think that's medically necessary, so we're not going to approve. We're not going to give you that prior authorization. All you can do is try.
Did not even see that. Okay.
Yeah. Ellen is asking how my dad is. Considering what he's been through, he's actually remarkable. He's pretty strong and he's doing okay. Thank you. I think I'm worse for wear than he is at this point, but he's doing okay. Thank you, Karen. How can I, here we got the rest of it. How can I convince friends who would rather shop in high-end stores,
There you go.
not Bloomingdale's, to donate? Too many rich retirees who won't donate. I'm trying. Well, maybe we should hook them up with some of the retirees who are trying to make ends meet, who didn't have the jobs that, garnered those high pensions. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what we need to do. You really can't beat people over the head. You can't, what is it? You can lead a horse to water. You can't make it
You make
drink.
them drink, right, right.
Lisa, hi Lisa, I hope you're doing well. Do we know if the city is putting out a new RFP contract to replay GHI? I'm assuming replace. Has anyone heard anything about that?
We have heard a few things.
Oh, see, I'm not completely back in the loop. Sharon, I am adoptable for any rich retiree who is interested. You keep that sense of humor, Sharon. Yeah, it really, it's very narrow-minded to, I think, to not see that there are so many people affected by this. And that just because an individual may not have to worry about finances now, first of all, you never know what can change, especially the way
Yeah.
the market's going, number one. And number two, people's circumstances can change on a dime. You take someone who's relatively healthy and then all of a sudden they start requiring a lot of appointments with those damn copays and things can turn around. But, I wish we could get through to those apathetic people. I see who used the word apathy. Yep, Anthony. Apathy is always a problem, whether it be in voting. As you said, only 26% of the eligible voters voted in the UFT election. That's always a battle. I think we've done pretty damn good, though. I have to say, I'm very, very impressed by our membership. Ann's getting tough. Unfortunately, they care about themselves, and I am about to lose them as friends. Well, just don't tie any, cinder blocks around their ankles and push them in the water. That's all I have to say. You can ditch them as friends. Just leave it at that.
This is like a comedy hour. You guys are funny. And I don't know what you're drinking, but I want to drink with you.
I know, I'm thinking we're getting a little questionable here.
Very funny. Does anyone have any questions that they want to ask or
Well, during the lull, we talked about the giveaway. We mentioned it last week and how I kind of put my foot down and said, guys, we're not doing this every few days because it's too much work to keep track of it. So on a monthly basis, I pulled together all the donors that have contributed for the prior month. So we are going to use that list to determine, who to use for the giveaways. I'm sorry, I'm having a rough day today, as you can tell. I kind of wish I was drinking something. So the list that was posted on the website for the donors from April 16th to May 15th is the list that we're going to use for the giveaways. And that will be, we will use that list for the next month. Every week we will choose for a month. Every week we will choose a number randomly generated by our Google random generator, which I know you can't see, but I've got it all set up. So they were. Now, the list that goes on to the website differs slightly from my list. My list includes everybody, and there are people that don't want their names put on the website, okay? So my list may have slightly more numbers than what Joe reported, our webmaster reported on the page. I have 1,708 awesome people who contributed. So I'm going to hit the generate button now. I will give you just the initials of the person who won last week, who we choose this week. So we've got number 414. Let's see who that is. A long list. Okay, the initials are WD. I almost said the name. The initials are WD as in David. So I am going to do my best to reach out to number 414 because we always get approval first. before we announce anybody's name.
Okay,
And hopefully that'll be done tomorrow, and then I will post it on Monday. So what is,
WD-40. No, Joe,
I can't do this and read this at the same time.
we will read them to you. So Joe says WD-40? What's the matter? Are you on pause or something?
No, I'm trying to read, and I think I need to go to the eye doctor.
WD-414.
Oh,
WD-40, you know, like the man spray that they put on everything and you could polish your stainless steel refrigerator with it. That stuff.
oh my goodness.
It's like, I don't know, liquid duct tape for men. It's just weird.
Okay, so we're gonna surprise you with the giveaway. How about that? We're not gonna say what it is. We're just gonna surprise you with it. Does that sound
Or
good to everybody?
That sounds good.
Okay.
George Roman asks, what are our chances in winning in court? Hey, George, I think they're really good.
We've done great so far, right?
Have you told them what it would cost a month if we lose? One thing about financially secure people that they will spend on things that make them happy or pretty, but most are frugal when they believe it won't hurt their pocketbook. Well, and the other thing too is we were talking about earlier today is some people think that because we won this is over. It's not over. This is far from over. So, you know, engage them that way. And if they want to have a conversation, you know, and they have a question, just let us know. We'll be glad to do like a private Zoom meeting with you and educate your friends if they come over for coffee. They'll listen to you after that meeting. Yeah, Ellen, we are going to have homework. We've just been so busy. We didn't get it out this week, but we were just talking about it before this meeting. We will put it out. We will put it out on Monday.
Oh, don't forget to tell everybody about the most unique flyer posting location contest.
Is that new?
I guess so.
That Joe came up with that. Joe Mizrahi came up with
I
that.
see that's who put the,
So that's why she brought up the Bloomingdale toilet. Bathroom.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just real slow on the uptake today, guys.
Now, if she put it in the men's room, that might be more interesting.
there you go.
You know, if someone actually could get into sanitation and tape it to Harry Nispoli's door, that'd be really great. That's hysterical. You know, that's a possibility. I don't know. That is possible. I don't know. We either educated our peoples really well, but no one really has questions.
Yeah, you know, our moderators do an excellent job throughout the week answering questions.
Well, of course, Lisa, they're not going to admit that. Lisa says from OLR website, health benefits program, no procurements are on the market at this time. Do me a favor and link me where you see that, but I'm just, never mind. Ellen, you're hysterical. Ellen says tape it to his behind. tape it to his tushies. Was going to put it in the Saks and Bergdorf toilets. Tiffany's works too.
So just so
Thank
you
you,
know,
Andy.
just so you know, the giveaways are donated items. We have some very talented, creative, generous people who are taking their own time and using their own skills to come up with the items for giveaways, and I can't tell you how wonderful that is. And that is their donation to help foster contributions from people.
Yep. we have a pretty good group of people.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with this group. I really am.
Yeah. So you'll let us know if that person is okay to announce their name and male or female, and then we can work out with them what we'll send them.
Yep, that sounds good. Yeah, I don't like to try to contact people at 9 o'clock on a Friday night.
No. Yeah, that's fine.
They already look at my number and go, why am I getting a call from, New York? Even though I'm not in New York.
Are the city unions and MLC refusing to talk about an out-of-court settlement or resolution? Well, Gerald, the city is still believing that they're right and we're wrong, and they're not going to look to settle. That phone call would have come to our attorneys already. There's a lot of issues here at hand with that where they're not going to want to settle out of court, and I don't want to get into our legal strategy at this point, but they're in a very precarious position, and so they're at this point in time, I don't think they'll settle. There may be a time when they're going to want to settle, but it's not right now. Sad, but we haven't seen many in my neighborhood. Guess that's a clue for me. We are the best. Hey, Ann, you got a pair of sneakers? Grab a buddy.
Maybe I missed this. Arlene said, and this is a great idea for those who can get around. Could you post flyers in some of the independent living communities? There are a lot of retirees there.
Thank you, Lisa. I'll look at that. Also, many are in Nassau and Suffolk counties, and many retired former union members live in them. Yep.
We have to hope that, people living out there are spreading the word in their own way. Hopefully they're putting up flyers, calling their friends who are calling their friends. We know it's getting around. We know that. Why don't we have bags made up to advertise when we, something.
Shopping.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on that.
We're working on it.
Are the 2021 senior care plan benefits posted anywhere on the Facebook page? If so, please point me to it. I think the unions, at least the UFT and OLR, dropped the ball on this last year, and I can't find it anywhere. Janet, what specifically are you looking for as to senior care plan benefits? If you can make a follow-up post, because senior care basically just picks up the basic the last 20% that Medicare did not pay after the first 80. There'd really be no additional benefit other than this being a supplemental. So I'm not understanding your question.
So are you actually asking if there's a booklet for GHI senior care? Is that your question? Because I think that might be, I wonder if that's what the Magic 8 Ball is asking, because I think I heard that somewhere.
So until I see the follow-up question, so what I'll say to that is, it appears that there is no real booklet for senior care, that if you call Emblem Health, they'll just direct you to the GHI CBP book. They will settle when they get the copay reimbursement bill. Sharon, from your mouth to God's ears, man, I can't tell you, but you just got to have faith. I don't know what's going to happen, but.
So Janet said the 20% Medigap benefit for specific procedures.
20%.
If it's a Medicare, if it's a medically necessary procedure and Medicare pays 80%, GHI senior care has to cover the 20% less the dreaded copay. Right? Is that an answer to the question? I'm sorry, I'm reading all of Ellen's.
Go ahead, you could read that. I'll scroll on. 20% Medigap.
This year I had PT for my spine, broke my wrist, had wrist surgery, OT, MRI, x-rays, stress echoes, sleep study at home and in the hospital, blood specialist, eye specialist, my regular doctor appointments 2 to 3 times a year, etc. I am not done yet with my appointments with specialists. I'm one of the lucky ones who can afford my copays, but it's nonstop coming in. And that is exactly the point that we've been trying to make. It sounds like a pecuniary amount, the $15. Where have I heard that pecuniary word before?
Michael Mulgrew.
Yes, but you know, if it's once a month, you say, okay, but when we've got one person, and I'm sorry, Ellen, if it's you, I know someone posted it, 21 appointments in the month of May, 21. So, you know, a person's health can turn on a dime. Have people been finding that Medicare seems to be turning down more lab blood procedures lately?
I don't think so.
Have you
I
guys
don't think I've
any?
heard that.
Mm-mm.
The only time I notice that they'll turn something down if it's like a specialty like thyroid, you know, TSH, if they're done within a certain period, you know, certain blood work, if they're duplicated, because that's happened to me. So like if my endocrinologist does a TSH and then my primary does it, or a vitamin D test, that's where it gets, and they make you sign that paper, then you're responsible. So they'll tell you right up front at the lab. Also, you got it like GHI, you have to go to a Quest lab. So that's where you might be having an issue. So I know I got banged for $120 for a vitamin D test because my endocrinologist ordered it. And then like 4 months later, my other doctor ordered it and I didn't realize it because it was in the 28 vials of blood work that they pulled. Right. And I ended up getting banged for like $120.
Okay, but you know what? Is it really on us to have to pay attention to that stuff and make sure that, you know?
But again, 2 different doctors, right? But again, so now when I go now, because it only happens once, and that's why I always ask when I get blood drawn and I go, you know, is this going to be the same as before? And, or is this, you know, is this, what are you running? You know, if it's like a whole slew of blood work. And they'll be like, oh, well, I'll be like, nope, my doctor already ran it. This was the numbers, you know, have a day. And, you know, because I don't want to get banged again.
But if there's somebody, like, for example, maybe it has to do specifically with the vitamin D, but if you've got somebody that has to go every 3 months to have something monitored, you know, there should not be an issue.
Correct. But again, like things like vitamin D, but they make you sign the paper. And that's usually when the flag should go up. But again, fool me once, that's fine. But then after that, that's why I'll always ask. And especially the doctor's office. And I'll be like, yeah, don't write that on the script because my other doctor already ran it. Right.
And the other thing too with labs, which I've recently experienced myself, is that if you have specific lab work done in conjunction with a wellness visit, that will get turned down because for some ridiculous reason, Medicare does not do it's like you can't have 2 things done at the same time, like a wellness visit plus all your other work, other stuff. So you have to come back a second time. So you really need to make sure that the doctor asks the doctor about, is this going to be covered under my visit or do I have to come back a second time, follow up for this, and then just make a lab visit to come back a second visit, just a lab visit.
Right.
The ridiculousness of that, why do I have to do this? But like Michelle said, you get burnt once and then you'll know not to do it that way anymore. And sometimes I don't think the doctors know.
Right.
Yeah.
if we haven't lost, why are the doctors giving such a hard time? George, I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean the doctor's giving a hard time? If you don't sign at a lab, they will not take your blood. I don't know what that means either.
Oh, well, no, so like with the vitamin D, because it's, they'll say, well, if this is not covered, then you are responsible for the payment. If you don't sign it, then yeah, they're not gonna draw. Right. For specific tests.
I would really just have the doctor make a phone call while you're there. I mean, that just really makes more sense, doesn't it? It takes an extra few minutes.
Correct.
I
If you
would
go to-
rather sit there or just make the second appointment and come back.
But I'm saying it's at the Quest lab. It's usually at the Quest lab.
Oh,
Right. Right, because it'll pop up on the screen at the Quest lab saying that this specific test, if it's not covered, you may be responsible for.
Gerald wants to know if there's a cap on the amount one pays for co-pays in a year or it's unlimited. There is no maximum out of pocket with the co-pays on senior care. That was never an issue because there were no co-pays on senior care. It's an issue now. And could they have instituted a maximum out of pocket? You bet your petunias they could have.
Pat, what is LEAP filed in regards to sending Irma to the Office of Labor Relations? They never answer their phone. We know that they don't answer the phone. Your LEAP file is on the OLR website. You need to have that document. You can either do it from your phone. If you can take a picture of the document, you can send it into the portal, either on your phone or from your computer. And if I were you, I would also start making some contact with the mayor's office to complain that the mayor's office of labor relations doesn't answer their phone.
Mhm.
Let them hear you, Pat.
Lisa, what prescription plan do you have? Because you're saying the lidocaine strips were not covered by insurance. That would be the prescription coverage, not the medical coverage.
And it's probably because of the price, 5 patches for $100.
She's got the GHI rider. Oh.
You're welcome, Robert.
Oh, Lisa, thank you for clarifying. Your point is you should always ask if there is a discount program. Thank you.
Yeah, and someone else had said, what was that other discount program that you keep hearing? It was like a
Good RX.
yeah.
You got GoodRx. What was the other one? There's another one too. I can't remember now. Oh, how do you get it? LEAP file is on the OLR website. If you go on to health benefit OLR, then you go to health benefits, and then on the side, right, to get to like Irma to upload. Whoop, my alarm's going off.
Yeah, I just kind of poke around until I find what I'm looking for.
Somebody was asking.
I know, but oh my God, I was looking for something today and I couldn't find it. And I just started clicking on different things. I finally came across it. Gerald, do you want the unions, if you want the unions to fight for an annual cap for the co-pays? Unions should be fighting for a lot more than that, and they're not doing it.
Right. I mean, it would be a perfect world if they would fight for it, but they're not even fighting, you know. Well, don't get me started. But it would be a beautiful thing if they would, but again. Oh, see, even Magic 8 Ball said very doubtful. Sorry,
Question?
what you just said with the unions fight
Oh,
copay, and I said they're not even fighting ours, and I said, yeah, well, Magic 8 Ball said very doubtful.
mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Pat, I'll show you how to get to Leap File.
Helene, you can, they're saying you can mail in your Irma, but there really hasn't been, the office is actually closed. They're saying OLR is closed. So, I mean, if you send it in snail mail, most likely, we don't know where it's gonna go. And if you have to put all your personal information on there, I wouldn't suggest sending it in via snail mail. I mean, Marion's showing you now how to get to it. And,
So you want to go to the OLR website.
all right, so Anita Dodell saying you can.
You want to go to the OLR website and click Health Benefits. You'll see this blue tab here. There's a bunch of these tabs up at the top. Just click Health Benefits and it brings you to this screen. In this little red box outlined here, it says important notice, and you see this first link here. It says forms and documents can be uploaded electronically using the employee Leap file, right? So, and then there's a little video here. This little video it says, for detailed instructions on how to submit your form or document securely through Leap file, to view the short video, click here. So you can click that video, and then this would it'll going to redirect you. So give it a couple seconds and it brings you here. And then this will tell you again how to do this. It gives you some extra email addresses, some phone numbers, and then the forms that you can use. If you're having problems uploading, see the tutorial here. It gives you another explanation. And that's how you do that. I can't see very well, and what you showed me is too little. I'm assuming you're probably using a phone or an iPad. So then at that point, your best suggestion is, if you can't do it, get it up through the portal. You're probably just going to have to take the chance and mail it.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, you can snail mail it, but I've had emails from people who, Ellen, you must have got lucky last year. I know the pandemic's over and it wasn't that bad, but I've gotten emails of people who did mail it last year and are still waiting. And they said they never got it. So I guess
That was
it's
probably when OLR was closed.
right, but are they showing open now?
There has to be a way for them to do this, Michelle.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Robin wants to know, what is our plan if the city loses the pending lawsuit and decides to execute the nuclear option, giving us no choice but the Medicare Advantage plan?
Well, remember, we're retirees. We don't really have an option or a negotiation. We basically we're basically kind of stuck with dealing whatever it is that they dish out. And until that time, we really don't know what that is. So we don't know what will happen or how to attack it. But we're postured. Well, I'm not. Can you tell me and I will write it down? Can we tell you? Pat, I'm not understanding what you want us to tell you. We've suggested that you either mail your form or you try to put it up through Leap File.
Hold
And
on, she wants to know what the OLR website is. If she sends me her email address, I can email the OLR website and everything to her. Or she could just snail mail it. I was looking to see if she was in the system. I know, Janet. I know, Janet. Listen, that's what I don't know. That's what somebody said.
Pat wants you to have her email. Go ahead, Pat. We'll make sure we delete it from the chat so the whole world doesn't email you. Oh, Gwen, I guess you're talking about my dog. That's Sugar.
Yeah.
She's an Eskimo.
Adrian provided the link to the OLR site for Pat. So Pat, take a look at a few posts below yours by Adrian Moncrichardi. There's a link there to the OLR site.
I just pulled her email off the messages.
Okay.
Right.
What's happening with city council members still studying the issues? I'm concerned about changes to the statute providing assurance. So Ellen, that will be the homework for next week. And if you're interested, ping Michelle. She'll add you to an email list of people that we're going to have to help us coordinate some of that.
Yes,
Yes.
Pat, your email came through. I'm sorry, Miriam.
Okay.
Mm,
So if anyone has any questions, let us know. If you're just coming on late, this will be posted to our Facebook page. And I did remember to click record this time, so we will upload it to YouTube and we will also email it out. So if you're not on our email list, please sign up at nycretirees.org. Who sent me the OLR website? Who should I look for?
It's gonna come from the org. Oh, I'm sending her an email right now.
Pat, you're going to get an email from the organization directly to you. I have never heard this issue that Janet's raising.
Okay.
If Medicare covers it, it has to be covered by the Medigap 20%, period.
Correct.
All right, Pat, I just sent it to you.
Pat, I will delete your comment, your email, it's gone. Check your email box for Michelle's message to you.
So
Janet-
Janet, oh, sorry, go ahead,
Go
Mary.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You can take it.
Janet's asking what that person should do. You need this, you need the, you know, that statement that comes from Medicare that tells you what they covered? And if Medicare covered the full, you know, their 80% portion of the procedure, then you have to contact GHI and inquire as to why they're not picking up the other 20%. They're going to have to give a reason. There really should be no reason.
And that should be appealed.
Mm-hmm.
Send them to EOB, ask them to pay their share. What is Leap File? Leap File is the portal system to send documents to OLR, you know, because they don't want to talk to us. But it is dubbed as a safe portal, internet portal to send documents to them. But don't be surprised, because that agency is so inept that even if you send it through the portal, that they tell you that they didn't get it.
Yeah.
So you might have to do it more than once.
All right.
Okay, Janet, I'm hoping that you're seeing the responses from Sharon Thomas Dooley. More than likely, there are coding errors, so definitely follow up on that.
Yeah, and that's what the appeals processes are for. You need to utilize the appeal process.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I checked my email for OLR website, but it won't be from OLR website. It's going to come from the NYC Organization of Public Service Retirees. Look for an
And then the
email.
link- Right, and then the link is in there, and then you click on it, and it's gonna take you right to the application. And then when you scroll down the application, it's, the link for Leap File is there once you fill it out.
And if for some reason that the email, you don't see the email, check your spam box or junk box. So you'll find it. She did send it.
They asked, Phyllis Shapiro Holstein is asking, do we get a confirmation email that the IRMA, that they received the IRMA forms? I do not believe you do. My understanding is you just get something that says successful. Take a picture of that, but no, you don't get an email back. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything too new. Pat is having a difficult time.
Pat, you can go back and watch this video when we're done. And the video will post. It'll be up on the website all weekend. You can go back and rewatch it. And there's also, you know, turn your volume up, and there's also the closed captioning down at the bottom. So I think that's probably about it. Do you guys have anything else before we close?
Be kind to the moderators always.
Of course, there
Yep.
we
Recognize
love that.
that we are all just volunteers.
Yep.
Very tired volunteers. So please be patient. And just keep spreading the word.
Yes, and we love you guys. You guys are the best, you know. We love our moderators. We thank them. Thank them for their hard work.
Yes.
All of our website and process is not vision. No, it's definitely not, Tom. It's not user friendly. That whole agency is not people friendly.
Let's see what April says. Come on, see, it won't even talk to me. See, even the Magic 8 Ball is tired. It's like, nope, not answering nothing no more.
And don't deface the bathrooms at Bloomingdale. Whatever you do, make sure it's like removable tape or whatever you use to put up the flyers.
Oh my
Even-
God, you guys are funny.
No,
Harriet wants to know, yeah, did you start reading that? Sorry. Will there be t-shirts for us to buy to raise money to pay the legal fees? We're working on figuring all that out. We have someone who's volunteered to do shirts. Obviously, it's an individual person. Cannot do quantity to that extent. But just give us a chance, please, because I can't tell you how many tasks there are that need to get done, and we have to prioritize them. So,
Very true.
even Sharon said 8 Ball signed off and so should you all.
yes, thank you.
So again, everybody, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes,
Everybody have a great
I will-
weekend.
I will be reaching out to number 414 tomorrow.
Very good.
And letting you know that you are the big winner for this week.
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate everything that you're doing. And hang in there. Have a great weekend, and you'll see us Monday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Good night.